Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel for a new unboxing and review. It's been a while since my last video, but it's not my fault. It all depends on when Sideshow ships my pre-orders. But this one isn't a pre-order. I bought this figure of Reva at Toy Sapiens, the Hot Toys flagship store in Japan. Reva, also known as the third sister, is from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So first, as usual, let's talk about the box. This is your usual Star Wars collectibles box, which means it's a blank box with a promotional picture of the figure there and the Star Wars logo. For the Obi-Wan Kenobi series figures, you get a grey and red colored strip. There you have another promotional picture of the figure with two Purge Troopers, which is nice, and on the other side another picture of Reva. When you remove the first part of the box, you get this really beautiful picture of a figure. I really like this part where you can see Reva and some Stormtroopers and Purge Troopers. It's really cool. And when you remove this part, you get the figure. So let's open this. And first we'll talk about the accessories and then the figure. Reva comes with enough accessories to give you plenty of possibilities for display. The display base is the usual Star Wars interior base. It's a simple base that works all the time. It can work as the interior of a Star Destroyer, of the Fortress Inquisitorius or ship. You also get the usual nameplate. It indicates both her name and her Inquisitor name. The stand view is a waist grabber instead of the usual crotch grabber. I'm not sure why. View, it's not a dynamic stand, so it should be alright. But it's annoying, so I'll display the figure without the stand. Then she has 6 hands. 2 hands to hold the lightsaber. 2 open hands. One gesture hand. And only one fist hand. I think a pair of fist hands and a pair of open hands should be included with every figure. It's a shame they didn't include another fist hand with this one. Like the Grand Inquisitor, she comes with the same holoprojector. It's a bigger one than usual. You have 2 possibilities. You can use a hologram of the fifth brother or an hologram of Obi-Wan Kenobi. In terms of lightsabers, she has one that is USB powered. I have said it in my review of the Grand Inquisitor, but I will say it one more time. The USB powered feature is a real game changer. No more having to remove an arm and insert one with batteries. You just need to attach the lightsaber to the end like any other accessory. Obviously you need a USB cable. You can plug it on a power battery or USB plug socket, whatever works for you. Also, you can either attach the multi-tap to the stand or to the belt of a figure. Honestly, I would recommend using the stand because I'm not sure the belt of a figure will hold that much weight. And look at this. It looks really cool. The light-up effect is basically the same as before, but it's so much easier to use. Moreover, you have 3 normal lightsaber hilts. One full, like the USB-powered one with half a disc, and a half one. This gives you 3 possibilities of display to recreate different scenes from the series. Each hilt has been beautifully sculpted and painted, plenty of details there. And as usual in terms of blades, you have action blades and normal blades. Finally, Reva has a hooded cloak and a brown belt to recreate her fugitive look from the final episode. I think it's great that Hot Toys also included with accessories. I'm not going to display her like that, as she will be part of my Inquisitor display, but I am always happy when Hot Toys gives us as many options as possible. And great news, this cloak has wires inside, which means you can pose it. That's cool. So now let's take a look at the figure. I absolutely love the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I think it's an amazing continuation of his story. I wanted to pre-order this figure on Sideshow Collectibles, but by the time I decided to do it, she was already on waitlist, so I'm glad to have been able to find her at Toys Sapiens in Japan. Hot Toys has done a great job recreating Reva's outfit. Adding the capes to the Inquisitors really make them stand out even more. Star Wars villains with capes are always cooler. I like that each Inquisitor has their own distinct costume while they're still feeling part of this same organization that is the Inquisitorius. The boots are two separate pieces of plastic, which means you have fit articulation. They use the paint application that gives you the impression of leather, while it's actually plastic. I think Hot Toys is getting really good at this. They have been using this technique as much as they could. Obviously, you can't use it everywhere, but using it for boots allows fit articulation without damaging your figure over time. The gauntlets are also made of plastic. It's a different type of texture, one that feels more like a plate armor. It's impressive to see how much work they put into these figures. I've said it before, it's all about the details. You can attach Reva's lightsaber to a belt. It's the same system as with the Jedi figures. It's the hilt with half disc that you can attach. When you look at the belt and the pauldron and then you take a look at the upper body, you can see that the plastic with a pleather style paint texture looks good even next to actual pleather. Only the middle of the upper body has pleather. The armor parts are all made using plastic. So I would say it's a pretty good thing because it limits the parts of the figure you have to worry about. The belts and the pauldron use a type of soft plastic that doesn't limit the articulation as much as our plastic would. Moreover, I think it fits seamlessly with the pleather from the upper body. When you look at the costume from afar, you may think it's simple, but there are so many more details than you think. When you look at the pants, you have two different textures of fabric. One with a pattern here, and one that feels like buckskin. It's the same thing that you find on the sleeves. And when you look at the inside of a cape, there is a small pattern of dots. It's a lot of work to do that. And if you were wondering, no, the cape doesn't have wires. However, the cloak has wires, which means you can pose it. You can even adjust the hood like this, or like this, and it's pretty good cloak. I like it. In terms of articulation, you can move the arms like this this way. You can also move the hands, then you can move the legs like this, and you can also move the feet. This is an impressive headsculpt that captures the likeness of Moses Ingram. The look in her eyes, the hair sculpture, it's all spot on. I mean, look at the hair, it's highly detailed, it's truly amazing. Unfortunately, the head sculpt doesn't have the separate rolling eyeballs feature. It's disappointing that the two Inquisitor figures don't have it, while the damaged Darth Vader helmet with only one eye has it. The head and the neck are two separate pieces, which allows for better articulation. But be careful with the ponytail, it's not exactly bendable. Reva can slightly look up, she can look down, and she can look on each side. Reva is a pretty cool figure that will be a great addition to your Imperial collection. Thanks again for watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!